Good evening, and welcome to Having a Drink with Mink. Goes underground. I know, I thought we were done with these Having a Drink with Mink videos myself, but apparently a mysterious benefactor has provided me with this underground shelter, an allotment of post-apocalypse liquor, and enough old comic books to get by until the crisis has abated. Now, as you can see, the walls are covered in what I am certain is a radiation-proof material, obviously something very high grade. Either that or I'm about to be jiffy popped. Now, I've been told this enigmatic device right here is my environmental regulator. Very important. It cannot be tampered with or disconnected at any time. It sounds kind of stupid, but hey, who might argue? And now, without further ado, that's about right. Let's get right to it. We begin with a Yeet update. Now, there's no need for you old men to duck. Yeet is the official publication of the old guys who like old comics. That's right, this monthly anthology goes from strength to strength, offering work from both comic professionals and up-and-coming creators, ready to make their mark on the medium we all love so much. Issue 35 of Yeet, that's up next. That's our big Western issue, and it features work from a host of talented creators. How do you get a copy? Well, just follow the link below, or in the video description box that I'll most likely forget to put in there. It's Yeet Presents, folks. It's sweeter than a sagebrush jackrabbit. Now, I'm told we have incoming. Incoming! Post-apocalypse is rough. It's time for our latest comic books, of course. Now, unlike before, we can't have a big pile of old and potentially contaminated paper here on my desk. I'm told that we must take precautions so that my old comics will arrive via the DECON 8000 here. They'll be scrubbed right down to the molecular level to ensure safe and contaminant-free reading. Let me just activate the device here. Oh no! Ugh. Okay, you ready? Oh, alright. That thing works pretty good. Being made of tin foil in a comic book box. That's a short box for you playing along at home. Now, what do we have here? Oh, hey! It's mail. It's mail from the outside world. Now, this is from a good friend and group moderator, Anthony Alves. And apparently this fell through a time warp. He sent it 8 days ago. And it's just only arriving now, but hey, you know, considering what's going on above ground right now, I guess I'm lucky that I got it at all, huh? I'll take Stabby Joe here. And so, we have a copy of Atlas Comics. Now, if you are a frequent viewer of the Old Guys Who Like Old Comics Network, you know that I'm a big fan of the Atlas Comics, and here we have a beautiful copy of Sergeant Stryker's Death Squad. This is actually extremely tidy. The thing about Atlas Comics, I spent a lot of my time fishing them out of dollar bins, and they've been well read, but this is a beauty, absolutely. So thank you very much, Anthony. Can't wait to tuck into this. Maybe we'll look at this in a future Comics for Breakfast. And hey, look, it's Andy Griffith, folks. He must reach that grenade! Nothing less will stop the Nazi tank! Nothing! Next up, we have a very interesting book right here. It's Black Michigan Magi. Do these look good, Larry? I'm not down here alone, fortunately, folks. Larry, my producer, was sent down here. Can I get a shot of Larry, please? Larry. Alright, next up. Ooh, it's the House of Secrets, folks. Kill the giant cat! Oh, there's something very Monty Python-esque about that. And alright, it wouldn't be a parcel without from Anthony without an Archie comic in there. And here we see Betty's dad. We don't see him all that often, do we? Betty, did you tell Archie he couldn't bring his guitar here anymore? Betty says, yes, Daddy. Well, Archie is showing up and he's a one-man band. Apparently he's trying to get a contract at Apple Records in 1968. So that's fantastic. I'd like to thank you very much, Anthony. These will go right into the archives. But before that, definitely throw a few of these up in a future breakfast. Next up, what's happening, folks? We're going to look at some of the books that were promised to me from above. Is this thing bugging you? This thing is starting to drive me crazy. I don't know. They told me not to mess with it, but I kind of like it to. Oh God, it's turning backwards now, isn't it? That doesn't seem good. Just not gonna mess with it, I guess. All right, we're going to pop the DECON 800 on, and 8,000. The DECON 800's a piece of crap. Don't mess with that, folks. Gosh knows. We're going to turn this thing back on, and we're going to beam down some old comics that were promised to us by our mysterious benefactor. Let's get right to it. I see we've dropped the high-tech knobbery. Alright, here we go. Are you ready? I'm ready. I can't wait. And... set this high-tech device aside. Don't worry about that later. Get right to this. Okay, what do we got going on here? Okay, now these things have been decontaminated, right, Larry? Alright, I can take these stupid things off. Gosh knows. Certainly not making a fashion statement here, underground. What's up, Gilbert Pyle? Well, golly! What next? Oh, here's some Conan the Barbarian. Ooh, this is number 27. This is a nice early issue. Oh, smell like Pop-Tarts. I guess the DECON 800 has all sorts of benefits, doesn't it? Next up, Conan number 29. Some Prince Namor, the Submariner, and this is number 11. That's a pretty cool cover. Like that. He's in a periscope. The Choice and the Challenge. And then we have number 14. Namor versus the Human Torch. And that's always a thrilling conflict, let me tell you folks. Oh, let me tell you folks. Then we have, oh, I really like this cover. This one really pops, you know. And then we have Marvel Spotlight featuring Red Wolf. And that's kind of a cool book, absolutely. That's number 1. Now, the copies of Red Wolf that I have are all contemporary stories, but I believe that number 1 here, and a story written by Garner Fox, art by Sid Shorts, and inked by Wally Wood. This takes place back in the day, Don't you know, while they're not terribly specific about it, this isn't a modern take on Red Wolf. This is the original Red Wolf, so very excited to take a look at that. We have some more Submariner. Oh, and that's a fantastic cover. The Sea Devils. Watch out for them. We got 3 Subsea Sagas for the price of 1, and for 20 cents. That breaks down to what, 6 and some cents change per Sea Saga? I mean, you're not going to be able to beat that, folks. Come on, Charlton, prove me wrong. Gold Key, bring your Sea Saga game. I'd love to see it. Show me. Hey, Tower of Shadows #1. That's a fantastic surprise. Alright, speaking of young and vital folks, it's Herbie. It's Herbie himself from American Comics Group. No, I reviewed Herbie recently at breakfast, and I was thrilled by this comic. Certainly happy to get a copy of this. These are actually a little bit more expensive as far as it goes on the back issue markets. Finding beater copies of these doesn't happen all that often, but very excited to be able to take a look at this. I'm also excited to be able to take you, my friends, yes, you in the back, you who are trying to hide, into the Chamber of Darkness. That's right. What's next? Well, we have Archie's Girls, Betty and Veronica, and who do we have here? Clara. Never heard of her before. Veronica, are you trying to steal this movie scene? No, Clara, just your new boyfriend. And judging from the fact that we never saw Clara again, I'm guessing that Veronica, had her buried in the field somewhere. Yikes. What's next? I shouldn't be so grim. After all, it's Christmas. It's Archie's Christmas stocking. What's next? We have a few, Kirby Fantastic Four. Oh, yes. Ooh, my. And then we have, here, 95. Here's a cover you don't see too often. It's a lot of fun. And then entering into the Buscema era, Fantastic Four #111. This is very striking. I like the blue on this one. Next up, hey, it's the Ginger Oaf himself, ladies and gentlemen. It's Jimmy Olsen. Look out, world. Here comes Atlas Olsen. And what's going on here? He's wrestling Carney, he's wrestling a Viking, and who knows, Superman. You just might be next. And alright, then we have some Bob Hope. Bob Hope meets the monsters. What a fantastic fusion. That's a fantastic cover right there. I love that. Oh, hey, Ghost Rider #9. All right, this is it. The fearful final showdown with Satan in issue #9. Jeez, it doesn't really leave you anywhere to go, does it? You're going to be stuck fighting, gimmicky goofballs like the Trapster, or morons like Eyeball Guy here. Oh man, 13, 14, and 15 in a row. Well, that's pretty cool. This is before Ghost Rider took on the superhero angle, and so these earlier issues have like a more of a supernatural feel. So that's a little more interesting to me, anyway. And then we have, speaking of supernatural, Iron Man #14, The Night Phantom Walks. Really excited to be able to show you this. If you frequented the advertisements of old comics back in the day, you no doubt experienced this ads for the first edition, the magnificent superheroes of the comics golden age. It's a very cool publication and one that I can't wait to crack open. Gosh knows I have enough time here underground. Well, I'd like to thank you folks for joining us today. My name is Jason Mink, and I hope to see you again very soon from the underground bunker. Cheers. It turns out we can